Society will do everything to keep you weak. But remember, you're the star of your own movie. Keep that in mind and you will find strength. Hi, what's up guys, and welcome to another rant of my previous story with why low testosterone fucked up my life. And basically, like the title reveals, it's all about that. So the video won't have any structure, so apologies about that. But I don't want to get this experience off my chest, and I think it can be a valuable lesson, especially for the next generations or younger people than me, to avoid making those mistakes. So it all started with my body transformation video. I will link it up there if you haven't seen it yet. There you saw that I grew up overweight. I haven't really friends, I was really insecure. I had no one really to talk about stuff except my parents or my mom especially or my brother. And this really kept me weak for my younger years, so in the school days, ground school and middle school. And then high school, so in the age of 15, 14, I finally was able to lose some weight because I got the pressure that if I don't lose weight right now, I won't make any friends in the future, or I will continue having the life I previously had. There was some truth in that. Of course, it's not healthy to be overweight, but it started in my mind to feel like I'm only accepted if I am lean. So therefore, even if I started fitness, so I think right after that with 16 or 15, I started lifting weights. And I remember my goal was, of course, getting a bit more muscular, but it was always to get even leaner. And I remember when I started fitness, I was already pretty lean and I got really small after that, or pretty weak, even weaker than before. But you can all see it in my body transformation video, so I won't get into detail about that. But of course that had a large influence in my life, and I always had the feeling, okay, I need to be lean in order to be accepted. I need to be kind, nice and people pleasing in order to please others, in order to be accepted by society. That's why I developed a nice guy syndrome, I would call, that many young men or many men in today's society have. And it all ties together with me constantly dieting and constantly living in a caloric deficit and therefore not having enough testosterone. Therefore I had problems building muscle, attracting women or girls in that age, and of course it held me back even more because society projects you. It's okay to masturbate, it's okay to watch porn, it's okay to let yourself go. And therefore I really believe we live in a weak society because it promotes those things that make you weak, those things that keep you weak. But of course it wasn't always so dramatic, so I wasn't always the nice guy or always in a caloric deficit. So I have my periods where I was very egocentric, and I know I had more success with girls, for example. But there I realized more and more, especially when I started partying. I had constantly something with girls, not sex, but I was constantly making out with other girls every weekend. And I realized that isn't the right way too. So I think I was in both scenes, so therefore I say always the blue pill isn't right and the red pill isn't always right, because I lived in both terms, and I think the balanced approach is the best one. And I think that's where I currently live, or where I currently try to live, and it's by far the best living experience I had. Because I currently try to be kind, generous to other people and accept them as they are, so with empathy, and even realize that, okay, most people live in the matrix. They don't understand why, for example, I'm doing YouTube, because they think you have to be in a normal job, you have to be in a 9 to 5, or you have to earn a normal wage where you put in a lot of work but you don't get much back. And I understand why people think that, because they grew up in a society that teaches you that. But the more and more you realize everyone lives in their own reality, and life is a game, and you play that character, that you see yourself, your name, your body, your mind. Life is so much more than what you currently are and what you think you can achieve. Life is limitless, and life has so many opportunities, and especially as a man, I think if you raise your testosterone, you realize that even more and more. So what I've basically done, because I really think I'm at a point where I never was in terms of my testosterone, is I really ate much more fat than I did previously. So normally I would eat, especially my diets, around 40 to 60 grams of fat per day, and now I'm constantly around 100 grams per day, and that's a massive difference in terms of sex drive, for example. Especially NoFap is another thing that helps so much. Because I remember when I started fitness, I've read in a Men's Health article even. So there you see how media is fucked up, but there was written that masturbating every day is good and it raises your testosterone, but it's the other way around. But normal media, I don't know why they want you to keep you weak. I often heard that they are in control of you. I don't know if that's really true, if the world is such a dark place that the people above you want to be in control of you, but maybe there's some truth in that. Maybe that's a pill that we have to swallow. But really, I think as a man, the best thing you can do if you're unhappy with your life is raise your testosterone levels, because currently the most problems many men have, for example, women leaving their marriage or relationship, not getting what they want in life, or being stuck in a job that they don't like, or having a weak physique or a weak body, is mainly the reason because their testosterone is low. That was the reason why I was unhappy the last few years. But I think it's a hard pill to swallow, but there's hope in that. So you can raise your testosterone, and with that, external things will come your way. You have much more energy to pursue things that are really important to you, to risk things in life, to not put girls on a pedestal. That's another thing I currently realize. It's much more easier in terms with girls if you know you have options. If you know sex, for example, wouldn't be a problem if you want to. But as I've explained in my No Sex for 5 Years video, I will also link it up there. That's not something I'm interested in, having sex with different girls. Of course, I want to have sex with the right girl, but it's much more easier if you know you could have it if you want, but you don't necessarily want to have it right now. So I think that was the main message of the video. As I said in the beginning, society will try everything to keep you weak, and expect if you start to raise your testosterone, I think even in that video will get some negative comments maybe, or people will respond negative to it because what he's trying to do, raising his testosterone, maybe he's becoming an, I don't know, Andrew Tate or something, but that's not the point. I think in society that's such an extreme level. If they see something, of course, like a person like Andrew Tate, he is the extreme side of all that masculinity, and of course he has some bad traits about him, but his general message I think is right. We need to get back to healthy masculinity, and we need to stop that far left feminist propaganda, and I'm willing to promote that, so therefore I make those videos. Because I see the changes in my life, I see the changes in my friends' lives, and I think it's time to bring back healthy masculinity and to bring back stronger men, because I think in the future we need it, and especially today we need it too. And even if you're a woman or a girl watching that, you want a strong man on your side. You don't want a weak man that watches porn constantly, that jerks off, that has a weak physique, that can't stand up for himself, and that is stuck in a job that he hates. Do you want that as a man? Do you want your boyfriend to be like that? I don't think so. So it all makes sense. It's the natural solution to our Western society problems, I would say. But that's just my opinion. Comment down below what you think of it. I would be interested in that. And we will see us next time. So goodbye. Vielen Dank. Bye-bye.